So would you stop eating pork for God? You won't stop eating pork for God?
I didn't even answer the question.
No, I'm asking.
No, because no.
Wait. Do you love God?
Yes, I love God, but
Well, what is love according to the Bible? According to God.
I don't
First
know.
John.
1 John chapter 5 verse 3.
Bring it out.
By this we know that we love the children of God, when we love God and keep His commandments.
We what?
When we love God and keep His commandments.
Dino. Ha! Dolo! I'ma teach the gospel till they have to come and kill me. I say I'ma teach the gospel to the world and they kill me. I'ma teach the gospel, hope my people really feel me. I hope they really feel me. I can see everyone that's trapped inside idolatry. You can tell, you get talked about without material. Y'all too cold to y'all brother, y'all venereal. Straight sweeps 12 outside, they like beat me. Put you on a curb, nightstick, they try to beat me. Running too fast, road runner, I'm like meet me. He's all here selling fairy tales, he like Tinkerbell. Take your finger out your butt, now how your fingers smell. People want support, but won't support, get it out my face. The Lord that made a covenant with the flesh, now how that rainbow tastes. I had to separate myself, the world not my place. Oh, Israel, wake up, let's get it out the way. Oh, Israel, wake up to the words of Yah. Better follow them commandments or you fence to die. I could read it straight up out the Bible, I ain't gotta lie. That is something you can't really hide or you can't deny. That is something I take to court and I testify. They got Twitter.
What's our nationality? African American, right? Somebody give me the book of Psalms chapter 49 and 11. Now the thing with African American is that's two white men, right? Y'all understand that? That's literally two white men. Neo Scipio Africanus and Amerigo Vespucci. Right? And we didn't become African American to the 1980s. So it's no way in hell that we can be African American. Y'all understand? Y'all understand that? So if I were to ask y'all again, what would y'all say? That's right, that's right. Do y'all believe in the Bible? Okay, what did God call y'all? Y'all know? Okay, let me ask y'all another question. How do we get here to America? What form of transportation? You said what, brother? Yeah, how did we get here to America? How did the so-called black man get here? Through the seas, right? Through the transatlantic slave trade, right? The boats, right? Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Start at 15. Let me show you something, brother. Let me show you some history in the Bible.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
This is the Most High God, right? Speaking through Moses to the Israelites, right? Y'all know what the Israelites is? Get Deuteronomy 7 and 6 real quick. Let me show you who the Israelites is.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6, and it reads thus: For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people. Above all people.
You know what the Israelites is, brother? You know what the Israelites is?
Not really.
I'm gonna read this again for y'all, all right?
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
It's the Most High talking to Israel. He said they're a holy people. That word holy, it means Kadash in the Hebrew. It's Kadash in the Hebrew. It means set apart. So they're a set apart people, right?
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
So the Israelites, according to the Bible, you listening, brother? The Israelites, according to the Bible, are God's chosen people, right? We're about to read about some things that happen to the Most High's chosen people. Y'all understand? Go back there.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Bring it out.
Verse 68, and it reads, And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
The Lord says he's going to take his chosen people back into Egypt, right? But Egypt, it has a biblical definition, right? We're going to figure out what that means, right?
Book of Exodus, chapter 20, and verse number 2, and it reads thus: I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt, it means house of bondage, right? You understand that? What Egypt means? House of bondage. What's another word synonymous with bondage? What's another word you can use for bondage? What's another word? What's another word? Y'all know? Yeah, what's similar to bondage? What's something similar to bondage?
American, Irish.
Another word similar to bondage is captivity, servitude, right? So Egypt is known as the house of bondage. Y'all understand that? What's Egypt? House of bondage, right? Like, I'm gonna read this again, right? And we're gonna figure out what is Egypt talking about, right?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again,
To the house of bondage again, to slavery again, with what?
with ships,
No, scooter.
with ships.
God is saying his chosen people were going to slavery on ships, right?
Right.
This fits y'all history, does it? Our people with your ancestors went into slavery on ships, right? But this God talking to the Israelites. He said they were going to slavery on ships, right? This was written over 3,000 years ago. This is what you call a prophecy, a foretelling of the future, all right? This event happened to us, but he's talking to the Israelites. So if it happened to the Israelites, that will make us the Israelites, all right? Y'all understand that, brother? Because y'all won't be African American, because that's two white man names, all right? Y'all won't be black, because it's the color of that brother shorts, all right? Because y'all can't speak black, right? Y'all can't go to the land of black, right? There's no flag called black. We're not black. The so-called white man gave us that term, right? A form of white supremacy, right?
That's right.
So you read.
And it reads, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
And we never seen our homeland again, right? What is our homeland? Y'all know? We told it 1 and 4. Y'all know what our homeland is? Where do our people come from? Is it here? Because we was brought here. Wasn't we brought here? I can't hear you, brother. That's what we was told, but what is our homeland? Where do our people come from?
You know your nationality?
You not sure? Do you care?
Yeah, that's the name of Detroit. Yeah, man, that's still alive, man. I would say I was in reality, I'm human. But I was because the name really like. Man, great. I'm God-bound. Give me some
Because you've been conditioned to believe a lie, brother. That's why. You've been conditioned to not care about your nationality, to not care about your homeland, to not care about your culture, brother. You gotta understand. You gotta wake up out of this society and come back to who you is, brother. Because you said what, brother? I can't hear you. You gonna look into that? Well, hey, we going into it right now, brother. We showing you here who you are according to the Bible, according to what God calls you. Y'all believe in the Bible? Okay, what did God call y'all? I just told y'all, brother. Who went into slavery on ships? We did, right? Who did God say was gonna go into slavery on ships? I'm gonna read it again, all right?
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 29 and verse 1. These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel. The children of Israel.
The Lord made this covenant with the children of Israel.
That's right.
The Lord said the Israelites were going to slavery on ships, right?
Bring it up.
Y'all understand that? The Israelites went to slavery on ships. We are Israelites. So what are your nationality according to God? Read it again.
Deuteronomy 29 verse 1. These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel. The children of Israel.
African American.
The children of Israel.
Black.
The children of Israel.
Asiatic black man.
The children of Israel.
We're the children of Israel, right?
That's right.
We're Israelites according to the Bible. Y'all understand that? What are y'all biblical nationality? What did God call y'all? The children of Israel.
That's
What
right.
about you, brother? I hear you. Are y'all just saying that because I said that? Because why are y'all saying this? Huh? Can't hear you, brother. Can't hear you, brother. You just learned about it. That's right, brother. So give me Acts 17 and 11. All right. Give me the book of Acts chapter 17, verse 11. Whoever took me with the sword.
Look at Acts chapter 17, verse 11, and it reads, these were more noble than those in Thessalonica, and that they received the word with all readiness of mind, and searched the scriptures daily.
What they do?
And searched the scriptures daily, whether those things were so.
So you have to search the scriptures. You gotta look in this Bible and see for yourself, right? You can't just go off of what man tells you, right? You have to literally look. You have to search, right? Give me Proverbs chapter 25, verse 2. What's your nationality, brother? Black, what's y'all nationality? The children of Israel, right? Aren't y'all the same people? Y'all not the same people? Y'all are? They said they Israelite, but you said you was black, brother. Do me a favor, brother. Speak black. How you do that? Exactly. You can't speak black. Because it's not a nationality, it's not a race, right? You can't speak Blackanese, right? You cannot speak Blackanese. Because we're not black, it's just the color. It's the color of this brother shorts. What color is your skin? So what? Light brown, right? So where do you get that term black from? Who told you he's black? I'm gonna show you, brother. But y'all, before y'all leave, cause I see you trying to leave, brother.
Nah, it's the smoke.
You got asthma?
Nah, it's the...
Let me give y'all 2 commandments real quick. Let me Deuteronomy 14 and 8. Let me give y'all 2 commandments.
Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 8. And the swine. And the swine.
Y'all know what swine is? It's pork. Alright, pig. Swine is pig. Y'all eat pork? You don't eat it at all? What about you? I'll praise.
And the swine, because it divided the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud, it is unclean unto you.
Pork is unclean to us. We're commanded not to eat pork, according to the Bible. So that got to be the reason y'all don't eat it. It's because of the Bible, because God said so. You understand that? All praise.
You should not eat of their flesh, nor touch their carcass.
Hold on, where y'all going? Come here. No, come here.
These ye shall eat of all that are in the waters. All that have fins and scales shall ye eat.
So whatever have fins and scales, you must eat that come out the waters. You understand that, brother? What I say, brother? All right, that's right, brother. So if you eating, you can't eat shrimp. All right, you can't eat crab, lobster. It must have fins and scales. You understand that? Y'all eat seafood? You said what, brother? Yeah, fish with fins and scales, brother. They must have fins and scales. That's a commandment by God. All right. Now y'all gotta give me 3 things before y'all go that y'all learn. Say what, brother? Yeah, 3 things before y'all leave that y'all learn. You about to learn your nationality, brother. All right, brother. Stick around. All right.
Our nationality is the children of Israel.
The children of Israel. All right. What else? All right. What's another one? One more.
Come on.
Two white men, all right? That's what's good. You gotta give me one more though, brother.
I got you.
Yeah, one more. That's the last one I read too. Come here, brother. Come here. Don't go nowhere. Come here. Well, give me that last thing, brother. One more thing. That's the last thing I read.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know, brother? All right, brother. It's okay to admit you don't know, brother. Go back to something.
Deuteronomy chapter 14 and verse 9. And it reads, and it say, these shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. All that have fins and scales shall ye eat. And whatsoever have not fins and scales you may not eat.
Fish that comes out of water, it must have fins and scales. That's another thing, all right, brother? I'm gonna give y'all a flyer. The brother right here gonna give you a flyer, all right? Y'all take this flyer. You come here, brother. Come here. Come on up here. Now, what's your nationality again, brother? Back. Take 3 steps back, brother. Children of Israel. How you know that? I told you. I'm proving to you, brother, all right? Let me do Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And it reads, and the Lord shall bring you into Egypt again.
The Lord said he's going to bring his chosen people back into Egypt again. According to the Bible, Egypt means slavery. How do we get into America? Slave ships, right? God said his chosen people will go into slavery on ships. You understand that, brother? It's not the Bible. Show that brother that. Most High said his chosen people will go into slavery. We're going to figure out that word Egypt in, right? We're going to show you, we're going to prove it, right? Give me Exodus 20 and 2. I'm going to Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. Give me excited.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2, and it reads thus: I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
What Egypt mean?
Out of the house of bondage.
Egypt means house of bondage. You understand that, brother? What Egypt mean? House of bondage. What's another word synonymous with bondage? Slavery, right? Captivity, right? So show them this verse again. Show them that verse again. So what do this word Egypt mean? Slavery. It means slavery. House of slavery, right?
And the Lord, Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
To slavery again.
With ships.
Ships. This is the transatlantic slave trade documented in the Bible, right? This is how your people came here to America, right? Slave ships. But who was God talking to? Well, what's their race? What's their nationality? Children of Israel, right? That's your nationality, right? It's not because I said it, right? It's because God said it. That's what God calls you, right? You understand that, brother? Now, why did we go into slavery on ships, bro? What's the reason for that? Continue.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So these things happen because we disobeyed God, right? Us going into slavery on ships is a curse. It's not a good thing. It's not a blessing, right? It's a curse. That happened to us for disobeying God's commandments, right? So what must we do to get the blessing? What must we do to reverse these curses? Live by his commandments, brother. All right? Do you know any commandments? What commandments do you know, brother? All right? What's today? You know what today is? Well, it's not some shit, brother. It's called the Sabbath, brother. It's a holy day. It's called the Sabbath, right? Today is the Sabbath, right? What must we do on the Sabbath? What can't we do on the Sabbath?
I used to be into that church.
Well, give me Acts chapter 7, verse 38. All right? What is the church, right? Because we must understand these biblical terms, right? Because it's not what the so-called white man tells us. It's not what the Christian church tells us, all right? It's what the Bible says, all right?
Acts 7 and 48. Help, in verse 30, Salakia. 38. This is he that was in the church in the wilderness.
They say this is he that was with the church in the wilderness. That he is speaking about Moses. He was with the church in the wilderness, right? But it wasn't an actual building. It's literally a people. The church is a people. It's not the Israelites, brother. You understand that, brother? It's not a building. It's a people. It's an assembly of the Israelites. You understand that? So you're a part of the church because you're an Israelite. All right, brother? But what's some more commandments that you know about? We're going to show you some things that you can't do on the Sabbath, right? Give me the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 8. You give me the book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 13.
Book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 8. And it reads thus, remember the Sabbath day. Remember the Sabbath day. Remember the Sabbath day.
We must remember the Sabbath day, right? Because it's a holy day to the Lord. Give me 2 Maccabees, chapter 6, and verse 11. Give me the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 11. Go to Exodus 20 and 8. Go to Exodus 20 and 8.
2 Maccabees, chapter 6, and verse 11, and reads thus, and others that had run together into caves nearby to keep the Sabbath day secretly. To keep the Sabbath day secretly. Being discovered to Philip were all burnt together because they made a conscience to help themselves for the honor of the most sacred day.
What?
Of the most sacred day.
What's the Sabbath?
The most sacred day.
The Sabbath is the most sacred day, right? It's sanctified to the Lord, right? So we must honor this day. It's certain things we must do on this day, and it's certain things we can't do on this day, brother. All right?
All right, brother.
Isaiah 58 and verse 13. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, call the Sabbath a delight. It's like and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Lord honorable, and shall honor him, not doing thy own ways, not doing thy own ways, nor finding thy own pleasure, nor speaking thy own words.
You can't do brother, you can't turn away your ear from hearing the law on the Shabbat. You can't turn away your ear from hearing the law, brother. You understand that, brother? So you have to listen to the law, all right? Let me give you one more commandment, brother. Give me Numbers 16 and 37. Let me give you one more, brother.
Numbers chapter 15, verse 37, and it reads, And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel,
What?
and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
The Lord said we have to make fringes in the borders of our garments, right? If you look at every brother out here, they have fringes on, right? This is a commandment. It's not a fashion statement, right? We're not doing this just to look cool, right? Even though we do look cool, right? We're doing this because the Lord said so. It's a commandment, right? Read.
Throughout their generations, that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
You must put a ribbon of blue, right? You can't have a ribbon of purple, green, black, red. It must be blue. You understand that, brother? Read.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them.
It's for a physical reminder, right? Because our people tend to forget, right? So before you go, I need you to give me 3 things that you learned. WFI quiz.
That's right.
All right, that's 1. That's 2. Yeah, what must they have that come out the water? Fins and what? That's right, bro. That's right. That's right. Can you eat pork? Or not? Give me Deuteronomy 14:8. You can't just eat it because you don't like it, brother. Let me show you, brother. You can't just not eat it because it's pork nasty, right?
Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 8, and it reads, And the swine, it's like Deuteronomy 14 verse 8, and the swine,
The what?
and the swine,
You know what swine is, brother? Right. Pig, right?
because it divided the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud, it is unclean unto you.
Pig is unclean to us, right? Read.
It's like it says, unclean unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead carcass.
We're commanded not to eat it because God said so. You can't just not eat it because, you don't like it. You got to do it because God said not to do it, right? You understand that, brother? Now, give me 3 things you learned, brother. I didn't need to hear it again. Come on, brother. All right? Not to eat pork. What else, brother? Quick with the thoughts, bro. Quick with the thoughts, bro.
That's right.
What else you learned, brother? Yeah, that is our nationality, children of Israel. That's only 2, brother. Give me 2 more. I mean, 1 more. You're really missing 2 more, but I'm gonna, give me 1 more, brother. Give me 1 more, brother. Give me 1 more, brother. Who supposed to wear this? You got it, brother. You got it. The Israelites, brother. So are you supposed to wear it? Why? Because you're the children of Israel, right? So these, no eating shrimp, crab, or lobster. You must eat things that come out the waters with fins and scales, all right, brother?
Right.
Get a brother. The brother right here gonna give you a flyer with the buffs on, right? The buffs on, right? And I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, all right?
That's right.
Give me the book of Acts chapter 12 and verse 24.
Right.
Whoever there first, whoever you saw quicker.
Acts chapter 12 verse 24.
Bring it out.
But the word of God grew and multiplied.
And what?
And multiplied.
So the word of God grew and multiplied, right?
Right.
And the Lord word gonna keep growing, right? Because the truth is gonna prevail, right? And the lies are gonna be cut down. What's your nationality, brother? What's your race? What's your race?
Mormon or something like that.
Mormon? That's a denomination.
Uh,
That's a denomination.
So enlighten me.
Your race? You know what your race is?
Oh, African American.
That's what they tell us. Well, what do you believe? Do you believe that?
I don't know.
You don't? So what would you say your race is? What people do you come from?
See, I'm still lost on that. I would like to know though.
Do you believe in the Bible?
Here and there.
What you believe in?
I believe in a higher power.
Higher power, all right? Let me show you something in the Bible. Do you believe in history?
I believe in history.
All right, how did the so-called black man come to America?
I'm not sure. I mean, beyond what they tell us in the books, I'm not sure.
We came here on slave ships. Are you
That's
familiar with
what
that?
they say.
That's what they say. Do you believe in it?
Not really, no.
Somebody put up the Clotilda. Let me show you something, brother. Let me show you a little bit of history. You got something called a Clotilda, right? Which is the last slave ship they found, right? And they got a documentary about it on Netflix called The Descendants. You can actually watch it, right? Brothers can pull it up. Whoever got, 5G, Clotilda. Yeah. Clotida. Read that.
This is the Clotilda. The schooner Clotilda was the last known U.S. slave ship. Was the last known U.S. slave ship to bring captives from Africa to the United States, arriving at Mobile Bay in autumn of 1859 or July 9, 1860, with 110 African men, women, and children.
You had the so-called white man still bringing us over here after they banned slavery, right? So that's even further proof that the so-called black man came here on slave ships, right? And also that documentary, you literally have the man that's descendants from these people that came here on slave ships still in that land. So that's even further proof, right? We came here. It's called the Descendants, right? You can look it up. Look it up on Netflix. It should still be on there, right? But let me show you that in the Bible, because in the Bible, it's a prophecy about a certain people going into slavery on ships, right? Being sold into their enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, right? And nobody redeeming them out of that place, right? Because we still here in America, aren't we? Didn't nobody save us out of this place, right? We still have the so-called white man last names, such as Williams, Smith, Johnson. You understand that, brother?
Right, I understand that 100%.
Let me show you something in the Bible. Go to 15.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 15.
Bring it up.
But it shall come to pass.
This the Most High talking to his chosen people. He said it will come to pass, meaning in the future, right?
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
His chosen people don't listen, right?
to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command you this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
He said if you don't listen in the future, if you don't obey my commandments, I'm going to place curses upon you, right? Is a curse a good thing or a bad thing?
That's a bad thing, and I definitely think black people, melanated people are cursed.
Don't they say we got to break that generational curse, right? We have a curse upon us, right? It's a dark cloud floating over the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? And we can't remove that cloud without the Most High, right?
Verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you.
This is a curse I'm about to read, right? This Israelite man, they used to be tender and delicate amongst each other, right? They used to ask how you doing, right? They used to care for you, right? Read.
His eyes shall be evil toward his brothers.
Well,
his eyes shall be evil toward his brothers.
That's the curse, having an evil eye towards your own brother, right? Who do that sound like today? What people? Who have an evil eye towards their own brother? Us, right? We're the only people that have killed their own brother on a Saturday morning over a pair of Jordans, right? That kill each other over a color such as red and blue, right? We're the only people that do that. You don't see the so-called white man killing each other over streets, right? You don't see them talking about smoking on titty packs, right? You don't hear about that. You only hear that within our communities, right? And you can see within our movies like Boys in the Hood, Friday, how they portray that hate towards one another, right? You don't see that within no other cinema of his kind, right? Of the so-called Chinese man, right? Only within our communities, right?
And it reads, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother and toward the wife of his bosom.
Even towards our own women, right? We have an evil eye towards, right? We're the highest statistically in the domestic violence within our own homes, right?
And toward the remnant of his children.
Even towards our children, we're gonna have an evil eye, right?
Which he shall lead.
Which he shall what?
Which he shall lead.
He's gonna stay and raise.
Which he shall lead.
This man, that's a curse. But this man known for leaving his children. You grew up with your father, brother?
What'd you say?
You did? Well, a lot of brothers didn't, right?
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, a lot of that's the curse. You not growing up with your father in your household, brother. That's a curse that the Most High placed on us for disobeying the commandments.
Right.
Who do this book sound like it's talking about? Do it sound like it's talking about the white man? Is it talking about the Chinese man? Who is it talking about, brother? Us, right?
We fit that description.
We fit that description because the Bible is our history book, right? It foretells the future on us, disobeying, right? And cleaving back into the Lord, right? Go to 68.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
And the Lord said he's going to bring his people. Listen here, brother. The Lord, okay. The Lord said he's going to bring his people back into Egypt again. Do you know what Egypt means, brother? Because it has a biblical term, right? I'm going to show you, all right?
Like prison or something?
Exactly. That's another word for it, right? We're going to show you in the Bible, all right?
Book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
What?
Out of the house of bondage.
Egypt mean?
Out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt, according to the Bible, means house of bondage, right? What's another word synonymous with bondage? Tied up. You just said a word too. In prison, right? Captive. Slaves, brother. So this word means house of slaves, house of servitude, right? House of bondage, right? Read.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
The Lord says he's going to take them back into the house of slavery again, right? With what?
With ships.
What?
With ships.
This people was prophesied to go into slavery on ships. This people was talking about us. We went into slavery on ships, right?
That's right.
Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
The same way the Most High said it was going to happen, it happened, right? We went into slavery on ships, right? And that's why we got the so-called white man last names, right? That's why we're still at the bottom and they have that head start in society. Because we were slaves in America, right? Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Slave man and slave woman, right?
And no man shall buy you.
Nobody bought us, right? Meaning redeemed. That's an old English word which means redeemed, right? Nobody redeemed us out of this captivity. We're still here, brother. So if all these things is happening to us, right? When we fit these things in the Bible, who will we be according to the Bible, bro? What did God call us? Did he call us African Americans, right? No, he didn't call. Did he call us Negroes? What did he call us, brother? You know? Let me show you, brother. Give me another one.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 29 and verse 1. These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
African American man.
The children of Israel.
Black man.
The children of Israel.
Orangeman.
The children of Israel.
These things happen to the children of Israel, right?
Question. Why would we be cursed though? Like, what started it?
Let me show you. Because I read it. That was the first scripture I read. I'm going to show you again, brother.
Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
In fact, give me Daniel 9 and 11. Give me the book of Daniel chapter 9 and 11. Let's show you, brother.
The book of Daniel chapter 9 and verse 11. And it reads, yeah, all Israel have transgressed thy law. All Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us.
Therefore is the curse of poured upon us, because we transgressed the Most High and we broke his. We didn't keep his commandments, right? Read.
And the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, because we have sinned against him. Because we have sinned against him.
We have sinned against God. Right? Read it.
2 Maccabees chapter 7 and verse 32. For we suffer because of our sins. What? For we suffer because of our sins.
So we suffer because of our sins, right? Because we disobey God, right? Because God, contrary to popular belief, God is only for one nation. That's why it's only one nation getting punished. Give me Amos 3 and 1.
Real quick, that's the part that baffles me, because God was the creator. God is the creator of everything, right?
Yeah.
In a way. My thing was like, what confuses me, what brings me to a stop in every religion or spirituality.
Well, one point real quick. This is not a religion, all right? This is your history book, your culture book, all right? You got it, though.
What confuses me, thank you for that.
What praise, what praise.
Me is, why would he just, like, I heard someone telling me that life, they're the devil, right?
Yeah, they is the devil.
And he, you know what I'm saying? He didn't make them, and we hate them. My question was, ignorant me, like, why? Like, he made it, right? It's like me making a child, and I hate that child.
All right. So look, let me ask you something, all right? You know what a director is, right? He make movies, right? He have a bad guy, right? He have a good guy. He have you know cast members too. He have extras, right? Is it wrong for him to make somebody bad in that movie? Is it wrong?
get some excitement to it.
Hey, exactly, right? That's how the Most High is. He's that ultimate director, right? He's controlling everything, right? We're living in a so-called movie simulation, right? For lack of better terms, right? And you have a bad guy, a protagonist, and an antagonist, right? But we're the good guys in this movie, right? And they're the bad guys. That's just how the Most High wrote it up, right? You understand that, brother? Let me show you something real quick.
The book of Romans chapter 9, and I'm going to start at verse 17. For the scripture said, or let me start at verse 15. Romans 9 and 15. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, or nor him that runneth, but of God that sheweth mercy. For the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I may shew my power in thee, that my name may be declared throughout all the earth.
The Most High, he raised up people just so he can declare his name, right? He give people, so-called white man, a spirit of pride just to tear him down so he can show his glory in the earth. So just so he can show his power in the earth, right?
Verse 20, or verse 19. Thou wilt say then unto me, why doeth he yet find fault? For he hath resisted his will. Nay, but O man, who art thou that replies against God? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Have not the potter power over the clay, of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?
Just like a painter too, right? He create images, right? He draw things. He has certain stuff that he don't like, that he put to the side, right? But he has certain things that he like and he glorifies, right? Yeah, but he do what he want to do, right? We're just creation, right? We're just man. We have no say so on what the Most High can do, right? Bring this up.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 55.
So what, brother? We out here 2 days out the week, Lord willing. Fridays and Saturdays. We gonna give you a flyer. Let me give you this last precept though, this last scripture.
I take that.
Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 8.
Appreciate it.
For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord.
So our ways are not like the Most High ways, right? We don't think how the Most High think, right? He's in control of everything, right? He created us, right? We don't even understand how we are alive right now. How are we able to breathe, right? We don't understand that. How we have thoughts inside our heads. Only the Most High knows these things, right? And we can't question these things that the Most High have implemented on the earth, right? We gotta go with the program, right?
Psalms chapter 115 and 3. But our God is in the heavens. He has done whatsoever he has pleased.
So he do what he want to do, right? He do whatever he has pleased, right? So that's the ultimate thing, right? He's the director of this movie, and we have to play out our role, right? That's why we was given these scriptures, right? What's short for scriptures, right? Script. We was literally given the script, right? So we have to follow it. All right, brother? You understand that, brother? But the whole point that we out here, though, to teach you an Israelite. You understand that, brother? Did you understand that? The curses that was placed upon certain people, it happened to us, right? But God was talking to the Israelites, right? So that will make us Israelites according to the Bible, right? And if you got any questions, we can, we can answer them, Lord willing. You got any questions, brother?
Y'all answered the one I had for now. I do got a billion questions, but I'm gonna have to come back around.
Yeah, keep coming out, brother. Keep coming out, brother.
Like what y'all doing, man. Keep up the great work, man.
All praise to the Most High. But what's your race, brother? What's your nationality? Oh, yeah, I didn't really say it. The Bible said it. Right? So what are you according to the Bible? According to God.
That's right.
That's right, brother. All right, brother. All right, brother. You an Israelite, brother. You got to keep the commandments too, all right? Then you gave him it's all right. Come here, sister.
Yeah, I gave him one, K. You good.
Sister, get over here, sister. Come here, sister. Sister.
I'm still waiting for my friend.
You talk to everybody else.
That's your friend right there?
You talk to him.
Y'all both come up here. Come here. What, y'all believe in the Bible? What's your nationality? Your race? You know what your race is? What's your race? Yeah. was white. Well, that's a color. Can you speak white? Caucasian. Right. When you said you was African American, do you know what African American means? It's the name of two white men. Did you know that? B.L. Scipio Africanus, he was a Roman general. Amerigo Vespucci, he was an Italian map maker. So when you calling yourself African American, you basically saying you got two white daddies. You got two white daddies? So how are you African American?
You tell me.
I tell you, I'm gonna let the Bible tell you, all right? Let me do Deuteronomy 28:68. How do we come here to America? What form of transportation? How do we get here? How did this so-called black man, Negro man get here? You don't know? They walked. They wasn't in Africa. You know about that? You know about the slave ships? You know,
yeah.
You know about slave ships? That's how the so-called black man got to America. You understand that, sister? Did you know that was in the Bible? Can I show you? Yeah, let me show you.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
The Lord says he's going to take his chosen people back into Egypt again, right? Egypt means slavery. You appreciate it?
The book of Micah chapter 6 and verse 4. And it reads, For I brought thee out of the land of Egypt and redeemed thee out of the house of servants.
The Israelites, they was in the house, they was in the house of servants, right? They were in Egypt, right? They were slaves in Egypt. So that word Egypt, it means slavery. You understand that, sister? What Egypt means? Slavery, right?
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord said he's going to bring his chosen people back into slavery again with ships, right? That's our history in the Bible, right?
Right.
But he wasn't talking to the African American woman, right? He was talking to the Israelite woman, right? The daughter of Zion. You understand that? So what's your nationality? What did God call you? I'm going to further read it, right?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord said he's going to bring the chosen people, the Israelites, into Egypt again, right? With ships, right?
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
These people never seen their homeland again, right? Read.
And there ye shall be sold into your enemies, for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
This the Most High. The Most High said that Israelites would go into slavery on ships. What would that make us if we went into slavery on ships? Wouldn't that make us the Israelites? So who are we? The Israelites. That's right. I'm gonna ask you again. Who are we? 'Cause I didn't really hear you.
Boys and girls.
Where are you, sister? What? Who are we, sister? Who are we? The Israelites. We're the Israelites according to the Bible. That's what God called you, right? You got to throw that term African American away. You understand that, sister?
Yes.
You are Israelite according to the Bible. You're an Israelite according to God, all right? Throw black away too, because that's just the color of your shirt, all right? You're an Israelite. And what do we have to do as Israelites? What's our purpose on this earth? Ecclesiastes 12:13. Let me show you.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 10. Or verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments.
What do we have to do?
Fear God and keep his commandments.
What do we have to do?
Fear God and keep his commandments.
What do we have to do, sister? Do you know any commandments? You don't? You don't know thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. Do you know about those?
Oh, yeah, no.
You do? Let me show you another one. Give me Deuteronomy 14:8. Let me show you another one, sister. You eat pork?
Yes.
You do?
Real good.
You love pork? Do you know everything pork eat? Pig eat? No, they eat anything. Did you know that? They eat a dead body, a dead dog. Right? The only thing they don't eat is another dead pig. You said what?
Where's humans? They eat humans.
Yeah, they eat humans. They used to feed them. They used to feed humans to the pigs during the mob period. The Italians. You understand that, sister?
Yeah.
Let me show you something. Let me show you what God said about pig.
Deuteronomy chapter 14 verse 8. And the swine.
What?
And the swine.
You know what swine is?
No.
It's pig, right?
Because it divided the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud. It is unclean unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead carcass.
God said you can't eat pork. So would you stop eating pork for God? You won't stop eating pork for God?
I didn't even answer the question.
No, I'm asking.
No, because no. Wait.
Do you love God?
Yes, I love God, but
Well, what is love according to the Bible? According to God.
I don't know.
Who's first John?
1 John chapter 5, verse 3.
Bring it out.
By this we know that we love the children of God, when we love God and keep His commandments. When we love God and keep His commandments.
So, in order to love is keeping the commandments, sister. You understand that? So if you love God, you will keep His commandments, right? And one of God's commandments is not eating. Sister,
I'm sorry, this doesn't serve me. I can't focus right now.
well, you got to focus to the Lord. You got to focus to God.
I go to church on Sunday for that.
You said no?
I go to church on
Give me John 8:47. Titus 1:16. Our people always claiming that they love God until it's time to actually show it, right? Damn hypocrites, right?
Titus 1:16. They profess that they know God.
They what?
They profess that they know God. But in works, they deny Him.
But in what?
But in works, they deny Him.
They profess that they know God, but in works they deny Him, right? Because every day we read, the Most High is reaching out His hand to tell them to listen to the Bible, right? But they're constantly refusing, right?
John chapter 8, verse 47. He that is of God, hear God's words. Ye therefore hear them not, because ye are not of God.
God said you're gonna hear His words if you love God, right? But you know, people, they don't want to hear God's words because what? They're not of God, right? They're acting like the children of the dark, right? Give me Matthew chapter 15 and 8.
The book of Psalms chapter 106 and verse 3. Blessed are they that keep judgment, and he that doeth righteousness at all times.
Blessed are they that keep judgment, right? And our people don't do righteousness at all times, right? They're in the wickedness, right? Every Sunday, talking about the Christian church, right? The Lord not dealing with the Christian church. They have done nothing but lie to us, right? God don't love everybody, right? They teach Christ is a so-called white man, right? It's not true, right? They're a building of lies, right?
St. Matthew chapter 15 and verse 8. This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth.
With their what?
With their mouth.
With their what?
With their mouth.
Right.
And honoreth me with their lips. But their heart is far from me.
And their heart is far from the Most High, right? Give me the book of Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 21, right? Their heart is far from the Most High, right? They just wanna just talk, say you love God. Give me Matthew 7 and 21. They just wanna talk and say they love God, right? They just wanna confess with their lips, right? But that's not enough, right? The Lord said, "Be ye doers of the word and not hearers only."
Right.
So you have to actually, you gotta actually be in this thing, right? You gotta do the works of the Lord, right? Bring it up.
St. Matthew chapter 7 and verse 21. Not every one that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
That's what our people do. They think they can just say, Lord, Lord. Hey, I'm sorry, forgive me, right? With no actions, right? But it's not so. The Lord's not just going to hear you and you don't have no actions behind it, right? The Lord said He's about that action in 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 3, right? So why would He just listen to your lip service or you just praising Him with your lips and you don't have no actions behind it, right? The Lord said faith without works is dead, right? That's like the body without the spirit, right? Read.
But he that doeth the will of my Father.
That what?
But he that doeth the will of my Father, which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you.
What are you gonna say?
I never knew you.
How was y'all gonna say?
I never knew you.
He never knew y'all, right? Because y'all want to just freak off and lust after the flesh, right? Y'all want to live in the flesh and give the Most High lip service. The Lord is not dealing with that, right? Bring it up.
The book of Proverbs chapter 1 verse 20. Wisdom cried without.
The Lord say,
Wisdom cried without. She uttered her voice in the streets. She cried in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates, in the city. She uttered her words, saying, how long ye simple ones?
Lord say,
How long ye simple ones? How long ye simple ones? When you love simplicity.
Our people are simple as hell, right? They come out here every damn day, right? Every Shabbat, and freak off, right? And walk after the flesh, right? Come. And walk after the flesh, want to do their own thing instead of listening to the words of the Lord, right?
How long ye simple ones when you love simplicity?
You what?
When you love simplicity.
They love simplicity. They love the things that are simple, right? They despise wisdom, right? They hate him that rebuketh at the gates, right? They want to live in their lust. What's your nationality? Yeah, what's your race? Well, you going into slavery. You Canadian, right? You in that damn bacon, right?
And the scorners delight in their scorning. And fools hate knowledge.
Fools what?
And fools hate knowledge.
Fools despise knowledge, right? What is knowledge, right? Give me Malachi chapter 2 and verse 11, I believe, or 7. Malachi 2 and verse 7.
Book of Malachi, chapter 2 and verse 7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth.
They should seek the law, right? We should crave into the priest's lips, right? The knowledge of the Most High, right? The law, statutes, and commandments, right? But our people do everything contrary to listen to these law, statutes, and commandments, right? And right now, what they celebrating, right? Damn Pride Month, right? A month of freaks, right? Freakites, right?
Proverbs chapter 16 and 18.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are as sad as children. They are as sad as children.
Stupid children, right? Read.
And they have no understanding. They are wise to do evil. They are wise to do evil. But to do good, they have no knowledge.
All people are wise to do evil, right? But to do good, they have no knowledge, right? They don't understand what's good and what's bad, right? Because they're in darkness right now, right? Even the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11. What you guys on?
Look at 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11. And it reads, and for this cause God shall send them strong delusion. What? Strong delusion. That they shall believe a lie.
Now our people are believing a lie, right? Because the Most High has sent a strong delusion, right? Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 28. Our people are in a strong delusion, right? You got Esau about to crash out, right? Esau is literally about to crash out, right? And this is a glimpse of how the kingdom is going to be, right? The Lord is going to reverse these curses on these damn heathens, right? These heathens are finished, right? He literally looked like he literally about to give up the ghost right in front of us, right? Because he gave God not the glory like Herod, right? He's literally about to give up the ghost right now, right? He don't know what's going on. His life is flashing before his eyes, right? He's about to give up.
Deuteronomy 28 and 28. And it reads, and the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
And the Lord said he was going to smite. It's one of the curses, right? Now our people are blind in America, right? Following after the so-called white man and his philosophies and doctrines, right? Bring it up.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 66. I'm sorry, what verse? What verse? Book of Isaiah, chapter 66 and verse 4. I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them. What? And will bring their fears upon them. Because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear.
And that's why the Most High is sending these strong delusions, right? Look, Jake is smitten with madness, right? Strong delusions. He probably think that's one of his enemies, and he's kind of, boxing him, right? Because the Most High is sending us strong delusions because we have denied him, right? Because he has stretched out his hand, and we refused it, right? So the Most High has sent us strong delusions. Now we're believing in a lie. We believe in things like Christianity. We believe in doctrines of this world instead of the doctrines of the Most High, right?
When I spake, they did not hear, but they did evil before mine eyes. But they did evil evil before mine eyes.
People do evil constantly, right? That's their whole motive in life, just to do evil, right? They don't really truly care about God, right?
And chose that in which I delighted not.
They chose that which he delighted not, right? They go to everything contrary to what the Most High, to the Most High's righteousness, right? Hey, Jordan, who up next? Alright, come. You can put the Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 9. You can be Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 9.
Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 10, and it reads thus. But the Lord is the true God.
The Lord is the what?
But the Lord is the true God.
Read.
He is the living God.
He is the what?
He is the living God.
He's the only living God, right? Allah has no power, right? All these other guys have no power,
I
right?
got a fish plate real quick. I got to listen real quick.
What's your nationality, brother?
Get them together real quick.
What's your name? Jamari. You look familiar. I said, okay, let me get this last scripture. I'm gonna have a mighty brother right here break it down to me. Right? Give me Zephaniah 3 and 9.
Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 9. For then will I turn to the people of verse 10. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia.
But with that, I want to give all